So welcome and thank you for being here. This is going to be a session that you will remember for the rest of your life. From now on, from this day forward, your life will be different if you listen, pay attention, and focus. Because leadership is about focus. And if you don't focus, you're going everywhere. And if you're going everywhere, you're not going anywhere. So I'm going to share with you tonight a few things that I've learned in a very short amount of time that you can learn as well and apply starting tomorrow. This is going to be so cool. So I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for listening. And I'm really doing this for you. I already know this. So now I'm sharing with you what I know that works. There are a lot of things out there that don't work. People are confused. The coaching industry is all upside down with all the AI stuff. And at the end of the day, results are the name of the game. People just don't have results. Most people are going backwards. Most people are suffering. Most people are miserable, and they go to their jobs not wanting to be there and not wanting to go there the second day. So I want to welcome you and I want to applaud you for being here. This is going to be something you'll remember again and again and again. So I encourage you to pay attention. So I'm going to recap very quickly from what we did the previous 2 nights and then give you the piece of the action that you're going to need to do to move to the next level. All right. Now, what is this about? This is about results. And if you want clarity, if you want focus, if you want confidence, this is for you. If you've been struggling and stumbling around in the dark, like it's really dark out there, if you don't have this calmness of mind, if you're not present when you need to be present, this is for you. If you're not confident when you're speaking to your boss, your manager, your wife, your partner, your kids, this is for you. If you've been falling backwards and not taking action, this is for you, because what I'm going to show you, it's going to teach you how you can take action. It's going to teach you why you haven't been taking the action. See, the information is already here. That's the thing that I learned after 22 years of really achieving things, but I realized that everything's already here. And by just doing a few small tweaks, everything's changed. From my income to my goals to my life to my relationship, everything started to come aligned. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do that tonight. All right. So take a good look at this picture here on the screen. Results are the name of the game. And I bet you are here for results. Because if you're not, I don't know why you're here. I can change your life in 30 days. I know that because I've done it many, many times. And if you don't know that by now, look it up. Go ahead and reach to everybody that I've mentored and coached. This will change your life in 30 days if you pay attention. So turn all distractions off. Turn your phones and beepers and all the other secondary stuff and pay attention. This is for you if you want more. Now, how does it work? Well, pay attention. 3 things: systematic study, elite level mentorship, and an ongoing accountability. Now, you might be thinking, oh, I don't need somebody to be pushing me around. Oh, I'm not going to push you around. This is here because you have had enough. But you're going to need somebody to help you move forward. Now, what's this study about? You've already done school. See, I had 5 degrees when I did this. 5. Engineering, master's in engineering, MBA, engineering, and a PhD in management, and many, many, many other certificates. This is studying about the mind. I started to wake up when I learned something about the mind, when I got mentored by one of the most prominent person in the world. He's passed away now. Rest in peace, Bob. But I gotta tell you, I've got something for you that's gonna knock your socks off. So if you've been struggling, if you've been in the dark and not focused, this is for you. That's how simple this is. This is not complicated. Systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. And I gotta tell you, it works. And it works like magic. This is the process. Many of you are somewhere on this process. And I've mapped it out very specific depending where you are. So once we meet and connect, I'm not going to give you fluff. I'm not going to give you bullshit. I'm just going to give it to you straight to what you need so you can start getting effective results tomorrow, next week, the week after. Now, you're only going to get results if you do the work and if you follow directions. See, I learned to be a leader, you have to follow somebody that's leading. So you're going to have to follow some directions. If you're not willing to follow directions, if you think you're too smart for the material, you've already lost. So we're going to see where you're at, and we're going to get you this beautiful new foundation. And I'm going to explain that further. We're just going to be about 15, 20 minutes together. And then if you're telling me you're at the 100 and you want to be at the 200, or you're at the, we're talking the pretty laws of the spirit that gives us things. And last but not least, I'm going to connect you with some amazing people that you can mastermind with to that next level. I call it leadership and masterminding. See, I don't do businesses by myself anymore. I mastermind my processes. I mastermind my new ideas, because 2 brains are better than 1. 3 are better than 2, and so on and so forth. So we have a process, and it works. And it works like magic. All right? So let's get to the drawing board, and I'm going to share with you how this works. So take a snapshot of this picture on the screen, because you fall somewhere in here. And when you come to me in 30 days, you're going to see how your results are going to change. We're not going to do all of it at one time in 30 days. That takes 3 months, 6 months. I have clients from like 5 years ago. But for you, for your specific problem right now, somewhere in here in this process, we can help you solve it. So I'm going to connect the iPad, and I'm going to sketch for you just a quick review of what we did 2 nights ago. And don't worry, that stuff is available. It's available for the select few. All right? So here it is. So, and you're going to get a chance to ask me any questions you want tonight, because I'm in a mood of giving, because giving is believing. Now, you probably have a goal. I don't know what you want to achieve in life, but if you don't have a really sexy, fancy, exciting goal, we need to talk. You are here going around in circles, you know, making some kind of money. Let's say you're making 100. Okay. But you really want to be at the 500. Okay. And you're thinking, how the heck I'm going to get there? You see, I don't deal with just 110,000 results, like, you know, just little 5, 10%. No, I'm dealing with quantum leaps. If you want just a little bit more, this is not for you. If you want to just feel a little bit better, this is not for you. This is if you want to feel a whole lot better. This is if you want to upgrade your home from 1 bedroom to 10 bedrooms, from 1 apartment to 20 apartments, 100 apartments. That's what I'm talking about. So let's look at it again. You're here making some kind of money, having some kind of health, having some kind of wealth, having some kind of relationship. But you always find yourself that you want to be here. And you've been trying everything for the last 20, 30, 40 years, and you're not getting anywhere. You just get a little bit more. Maybe you even get another job. Maybe even you move to another city, and it doesn't really happen, and you go back down again. So this is the big goal. This is why I'm going to teach you how to have a fantasy. How do you do it? Everybody's asking, Kamal, how do you do it? I'm telling you, 30 days is how you do it. 30 days with me is going to change your life, to take you from where you are to where you want to be. This is a session for the books, so pay attention. And if you know somebody that needs it, you might as well message them right now, forward them this video, forward them this connection, because guess what? There are a lot of people suffering out there. There's no need to suffer. I suffered too long. I suffered enough in Lebanon when I jumped on a boat, leaving everything behind me, wanting something more. I didn't know there was a better way. Took me 22 years to find this out. 5 degrees. I did fairly well. You didn't have to feel sorry for me. But I wanted more because I knew there was more for me. This is the how. You want to know the how? This is the how. So pay attention. Pay very close attention to this. I paid thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn this material, and it's all available for you right here on this medium that you're watching. LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, it's all there. You just don't know how to put the pieces together, and I'm going to share with you how. And if you need my help to implement, I'm here for you. So the number one thing to do, if you want to go from here to there, the number one thing that you're going to have to do today, I'm not talking about tomorrow, the number one thing that you're going to have to do, you're going to have to make a decision. No, we misspelled it. Well, let's fix that. Decision. Yeah, decision, right? Decision. You're going to have to make a decision that that's it. This is where you want to go. The new job, the new relationship, the new game, the new you, the new suit, the new whatever. Most people make a decision and then they go backwards. They make a decision and they, oh, I don't want, let me return this thing to Amazon. We're in the Amazon feature here. Well, let me buy it. I'll try it out. And if I don't like it, I'll return it. It's disgusting. I've seen people return a mattress. I've seen people trying to return underwear. We're in this thing where we keep changing our mind. Once you make a decision, it's done. You don't know how to do that. Now, why don't you know how to do that? Why didn't I know how to do that? Because school did not teach us that. My parents love them to death. My dad's gone. God bless your soul, Dad. Mom is still around. They don't know how to make decisions because they were not how to make decisions. I'm going to teach that. What if you can learn how to do that in 30 days to change your life? Today's your day. Today's your day. Number two, what I really want you to do, I want you to remember the last time you decided to read a book. What happened? You bought the book, you shopped for the book, and you read a few pages, and then you dropped it. I want you to remember the last time you signed up to a gym membership thinking, oh, you're going to work out and become strong. You went for time, going because and hoping. How many of you right now have a piece of gym workout in your basement, in your room? You haven't used it. You're not going to use it. You keep saying tomorrow. So the problem here is persistence. You don't know how to persist. As badly as you want it, you don't know how to persist. That by itself is worth thousands of dollars. The material is here. And I want you to figure it out. I want you to understand what's in this book. The number one selling book in the world. I mean, there's the Bible, then there's this one, actually. The Bible is first. This is the second book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. My mentor studied this for 60 years. I learned everything about it. I don't need to spend 60 years. You don't need to spend 22 years. You can get this information tonight in your head and start operating at this level instead of down here, the lower level. Decisions, you're going to learn how to persist once and for all. When we make a decision about the goal, and then we're going to persist through it, and we're going to do 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days until we get it. You don't know how to do that. I can teach you how. It's in my material. Number 3, you're going to have to start taking responsibility, my friend. Most of you are going to say, it's my mom and dad's responsibility. They put me in this village. They put me in this city. I was born poor. I was born rich. I was born in Colombia. I was born in Mexico. Bullshit. I'm going to tell it to you straight. You're going to have to start taking responsibility where you are right now. This goal that you want, you're going to have to take responsibility where you are right now. It's not their fault anymore. They've raised you. You're above 18. If you're listening to this with intent, you're most likely above 18. And if you're blaming somebody else for your situation, you're not taking responsibility. If you're blaming somebody else that you don't have a better job, it's your responsibility. If you're blaming somebody else that you're not interesting, it's your responsibility. Not your parents, not your teachers, not your mentors, not your city, not your country, not your president. You're going to have to learn how to take responsibility for where you are right now. Your parents were responsible to raise you and keep you alive until the age of 15, 16. And they gave you what they could. You should be grateful. If you have your mom or dad around, go give them a hug. Thank them. Kiss them. Tell you, I thank you so much. Don't blame it on them. You got to start taking responsibility for where you are so you can become the man or the woman who you want to be. That's what I'm talking about. Now, how do we do this? How are you going to flip the switch? I'm going to show you how in 30 days. 30 days is all it takes. And then you're going to fly the plane. You're going to start flying the plane. The how. People want to know the how before they buy. Most people want to know the how before they go swim. If you're enjoying this and if you like it, you got to jump. Just like when you jump from the plane with a parachute, you just jump. So the number one thing of the how is systematic study. Systematic study of what? This. I'm going to share it with you. It's available. It's in my ecosystem. It's on my YouTube. It's on my LinkedIn. It's in my book. I'm writing my third book. Second thing, elite level mentorship. You are going to have questions. Why do you need to have questions? Because you don't trust yourself. You doubt yourself. You're not confident. You're not smart enough. That's what you think. But that's not how I think of you. I know how big you could be because I know how big I am. That's why you need this elite level mentorship, because you cannot do it by yourself. Now, many people would say, Kamal, I could just study your material and I could just do it by myself. And I say, good for you. Go for it. Here's the book. As a matter of fact, I will ship you a book. If we can bet on it $1,000 or $2,000, that you're actually going to change your life. Because most likely you won't do it. Why? Because you're not going to persist. You see, you've already not persisted for so long. You've already had doubts, fear, and worry, and anxiety. And that's what you're going to go back into. And I'm going to change you how to get out of that. Number 3, accountability. Gotta tell you, my life changed when I started having mentors calling me and say, Kamal, where are you? Did you put the house for sale? Kamal, where are you? Did you call the prospect? Kamal, where are you? I don't see your income statement. Where are you? I don't see your profit and loss statement. Where are you? We all need a little kick every now and then, and you need a big kick if you really want to move to that next level. You can learn this in 30 days. All of it in 30 days. I gotta tell you, I'm so excited that you are here today. Because in 30 days, your life's gonna change. And as soon as we meet, you're gonna come and you're gonna shake my hand, you're gonna give me, I'm gonna say, thank you for waking me up. I'm waking you up because you deserve a better life. If you could only see how I see you. See, just because I suffered for 22 years, just because I left the war and jumped on a boat, did big things and had all this miserable background, you don't need to suffer any longer. You can change your story today by saying, yeah, I want more of this. I want somebody speaking wisdom and experience into my life. That's what we all need. See, I had degrees and I was going from one to the other. I've changed jobs. I've left from Canada to the US to do this, to grow. And I wasn't growing. I was at the same level. I was going just from one place to another, like little bit, 10%, 5%. I was not doing major jumps. So if you want to do big jumps, if you want to grow, I got what you need. Now, what's this thing you heard and that I'm going to share with you right now about the $25,000 idea? How are you going to take action? Why don't we do what we know how to do? How are we going to change you in 30 days? I got to tell you, I have a formula. It's just like physics. It works like science. It's exact science. This is not just talk. This is not just words. This is a methodology that works for thousands of people. Millions of people have moved their life. I'm going to change yours if you allow me. 30 days. Are you up for doing this? Now, here's the thing. The $25,000 idea, this is a beautiful thing. And I'm going to briefly mention the story. I'm not going to say all of it because I want to keep this nice and short and tight for you. And if you're liking this, make sure you reach out. Make sure you connect. Make sure you share this with somebody because this might be for you. I know it is because you're already here. The universe has gotten us on the same frequency and vibration. You're just too afraid. You're too afraid to take responsibility, take action, and commit. And that's why most people dabble. And I want you to stop being a dabbler. I want you to start becoming committed because I know how great you could be. If you could only see how I see you. $25,000, you can start this thing tonight if you take the action. Now, this was a story back in the 1900s. There was a very large steel company at the time, but they were suffering. And I'm going to mention some names. You're going to know who they are. They're still existing today. They didn't know how to grow. They didn't know how to manage. So they brought this consultant, Ivy Lee, to help them figure out what to do, but because nobody could help them. You see, these people knew what to do. They knew how to make steel. They knew how to operate the machines. See, I'm in steel, so I really connected with this story. I've been in steel for 25 years. They knew how to do it. They know how to make the steel, but they couldn't do it better. They couldn't improve. They couldn't get their managers to become better. So this guy, Ivy Lee, comes in and spends a few days with them. He comes and he spends a few days with them, teaching them what's going on and really talking to many, many people. So at the end of the 2.5 days, he went to the CEO of the company, who is Charles Schwab. Yes, the big, iconic Charles Schwab, who owned the steel company. And he said, I know what you have to do. Charles Schwab said, like, you know what? We've had a lot of people like you come here. It's not about us knowing what to do. It's about knowing the technology or knowing the machines. It's more that I need people to do more. And he said, Charles, this is Ivy Lee talking to Charles. What if I tell you what to do? Would you follow it? And he goes, yeah, of course I'll follow. He said, okay, grab a piece of paper. So Charles Schwab grabbed a piece of paper. And Ivy Lee told him, put on that piece of paper, what are the top 6 things that you think we should be doing in this company right now? What are the top 6 things? Well, Charles Schwab did that. He put the top 6 things. It took him maybe about 5 minutes. Then he said, okay, let's look at these 6 things. Let's put them in order of importance. Which one is the most important? He did that, moving them around. That took him another 10 minutes because he had to think. Now he's got 6 actions that he needs to do. But he had to put them in order because he told him the next thing you got to do, now that we've got this tonight, tomorrow morning, I want you to work on number 1. And don't go to number 2 until you get number 1 done. Then you're going to work on number 2. Then you're going to work on number 3. You do that in order. And he said, you do this for a while until you're comfortable with it. And once you're comfortable with it, I want you to share this with all your managers. So this is Ivy Lee talking to Charles Schwab, owning the largest steel manufacturer of the time, U.S. Steel. So Charles Schwab goes, how much do you want for this idea? Ivy Lee said, you know what? Use it for free. I don't want anything. And in a few months, whenever you're ready, if you feel that this idea has helped you, write me a check. Well, it wasn't long. About 2.5, 3 months later, Ivy Lee was called back to come and meet the CEO. And Ivy Lee wasn't sure what he's going to meet, what's going to happen. So Charles Schwab sat down with him in the big, nice conference room. You know, steel executives, they have nice big wood, nice big windows. He goes, you know what, Ivy Lee? This has been the most profitable idea I have ever seen in my life, and the company has turned around. And here's a check for $25,000. This is on record. This is on history. You can look the story up. This is the idea that will change your life if you follow it. And if you do this for 30 days, your life will change. Charles Schwab Ivy Lee took the money, said, thank you very much. Off he goes. So what if this idea can change your life? Are you willing to bet on yourself? Are you willing to start betting on yourself? To start studying every day? To start getting some mentorship that you're really, really desperately needing? To really start getting some accountability that we all need? This is the system. It's all available. It's on the internet. It's now on YouTube. It's now for you. What are you going to do about it? Are you willing to bet on yourself? Because I bet on me. And I got to tell you, after I bet on myself and start having some accountability, some persistence, some real mentorship, and this good decision making, guess what? I'm going to share with you what happened. And then we're going to sum it up. I started going from this level to this level to this level to this level to this level. And guess what? I keep going better and better. And I want the same for you. I went from here to here to here to here to here. And this is not to brag. I took my income from 1 time to 3 times. I took my properties from 1 time to 5 times. I took 2 coaching businesses from nothing to 2 6-figure companies. I'll be honest, they're not $1 million coaching companies, but they are 6 figures, 2 of them. I took a company from 15 million that I was working for to 30 million in 3 years. Are you willing to bet on yourself? This is the same material that's going to take you from where you are to where you want to go. You want to go up to the stars, this will take you there. I'll be here when you're ready. The matter of fact, the fact that you are here, you're ready. You just don't trust yourself enough. And I want nothing but the world for you. I want nothing but for you to win, to start earning the money that you deserve, to start growing the way you want to grow, to start becoming the woman or the man who you always wanted to be. If I can do this, you can do this. If I can take this material, understand it, apply it, and make it work, you can make it work. And you can't tell me it doesn't work for you, because it works for everybody. It doesn't matter where you are. I have clients in Europe, I have clients in the Middle East, I have clients in Canada, clients in America, I have clients in Africa. They've all got results. I'm blessed and grateful that all my clients have results. You can have it too. So, are you ready to bet on yourself? I hope you are, because if you're not, I don't know why you're here. You just need to trust somebody that knows what they're talking about. I gotta go to the right screen. One moment. Yeah, I don't know why. PowerPoint is not letting me. Here we go. So, this is the process. This is all you need. This is all I have for you. I hope you like it. And if you don't, it's all good. We'll stay friends. We'll stay connected. You probably know somebody that could benefit from this. And I wish you nothing but the best, because I see greatness in you. The reason you're here is because we vibrated at the right frequency and vibration, and you're asking for more. Now, the next step would be is, okay, can I bet on myself? And I bet you can. You can. You can get all this today. You'll start tonight. There's no delaying. Clarity, focus, confidence, implementation is all for you. Results is the name of the game. And I work with results every day, all the time. So with that, for now, we'll take some questions. We got DK, we got Maria from all across the world. Woo! Who else wants to ask?